I'm Lily, and tonight I am just going to be doing a little bit of a ramble because I have some very exciting news, which if you're on the Discord or on Twitter or follow my Twitter or have read the title of this video, I got a girlfriend and I'm super excited about it, and I've had to take this video multiple times because I was getting too excited and it wasn't conducive to ASMR. But it just made me so happy and I'm so excited, and I just want to talk about it and talk about her and talk about our relationship and how we met and stuff like that. So you get to be subjected to this. Yeah! No more lonely Lily. You only get Lily who's head over heels for her girlfriend. Yeah. But, yeah, no, my, so despite recent claims, I am in fact very gay. Like, extremely gay. And, gosh, I really like her. Her name is Miranda. If you want to meet her and hang out, she has been hanging out in the Discord too. So if you want to check it out, also there's cool people there. So in this week's below, there's the Discord. There's cool people there, including me. And now, Miranda. But yeah, no, she, well, what about her? Well, to be completely biased, she's really cute and absolutely gorgeous and a lot of fun and really smart and funny, and we just have a lot of shared interests. We share a lot of the same, like, I don't know, wants and desires from a relationship and just general ideals in general. We both like spreadsheets a sufficient amount, which is very good. But yeah, so we met online, and I mean, as you do when you're lesbians, because when you're a lesbian, there's essentially one of two ways to find someone. One is just through your friends. It's usually going to be your like ex's ex, or your friend's ex, or your ex's friend, something along those lines. Or you have to do it online, usually through dating apps or something like that. But other times you just get lucky. Other times, yeah. So we had a few just casual interactions online, where kind of we were in the same spheres of, oh, she did the magic stuff, I did the magic stuff, and so we were kind of like casual spheres and stuff. We followed each other and stuff like that. And one day I saw something that she was upset about something, and I was just, you know, I was worried about her. Like, I didn't really know her. She was just kind of an acquaintance, and I was like, hey, are you okay? Just kind of like a poke in. Hey, are you doing all right? I want to make sure that I'm not, I don't know, I just wanted to check in kind of on a whim. No, she kind of just talked about like some issues and stuff, nothing major, not getting into that, but no, we just had a beautiful little conversation on there on Twitter, and it kind of moved on. We moved over to just like kind of chatting back and forth the Discord, and before we know it, we're talking non-stop. And yeah, no, we're talking non-stop. We're talking a lot. Like the first 3 days that we were like really talking to each other, we ended up spending like almost all day for 3 days talking to each other, but only really as friends. Oh, she knows all the dates and stuff, and the timing's a lot better than I do. And that was just a little over a month ago, so towards the end of February. And a few weeks later, or not a few weeks, but about a week later, we talked about all sorts of things, like who we liked. Like we clicked very quickly with similar interests and desires and hopes. And you know, I've been very lonely lately, and I talked about it, like, oh, I really want to be in a relationship, and I feel like what we look for in a relationship and things like that. And for me, I kind of I don't know. I didn't consciously connect like that emotional thing being like, ooh, this is someone I might want to date. So I wasn't really thinking about that, but she, a little over a week in, just was very nice, forward and upfront, being like, hey, I think I might be developing a serious interest in you, and would you be okay if I tried courting you for a bit? And I was like, immediately, I don't feel the same way, but I'll let you, I am okay. I'll let you know if it goes too far, but otherwise that's okay. And yeah, no, but we just kind of kept up about the same, just kind of talking back and forth constantly and doing other things and all that. But no, it was good, and it was a good month. I was, you know me on this channel, I'm not doing great all the time, but it's just been a good, like, despite gestures towards the world, it's not been that bad of a month. Like, I've been pretty happy and all that, and I didn't really connect why. But yeah, so, no, and it was one of those things where it's like, yeah, the first thing I'd do, I'd get up and I'd send a message to Miranda being like, hey there, and we'd go to sleep as kind of like the last thing I do. We would say goodnight to one another, you know, things that friends do when you have friendship feelings towards one another. And it would be every night. And yeah, so, oh, goodness, sorry, but no, we kind of just kept talking. We'd doing stuff, watching videos together, sharing our interests and things like that. We're laughing. She was very kind and talking about how we want, and I don't know. Oh, she was so wonderful and so patient with me. And yeah, but right before like the plague got really bad up here in Seattle, she had noticed being like, hey, you know what? Like, I need to. I would looking at visiting my sister and all my friends that would be up in Seattle. Would you mind if we wanted to hang out a few times when you're down there? And I was like, you know what? Sure, that could be a lot of fun. And no, she got a place that was actually not too far from where I live. We're just at like an Airbnb, and the plague got really bad when she was here, and things like going on public transit and stuff was not advisable anymore. So, because she was near me, we ended up starting to just spend a ton of time together. We were hanging out like most days that week, and just going on walks in parks, meeting up at coffee shops, and just hanging out and drinking tea, drinking our hot chocolates and whatnot, and just a really nice time. And you know, like at this point, like she was very openly being like, hey, I still want to court you. I'm still very interested in you. And I was like, yeah, you know, I'm gonna give this an honest try. I don't really feel it, but you know what? She has been upfront and honest with me and all this, and I am going to give it my best shot. And, you know, I still didn't think I had feelings for her, like, and all that, but it was so wonderful and so nice. And, then on the day before she left, we were sitting on the bench in the woods, and we were just kind of like sitting there. She had played with my hair a bit and just like brushed it and things like that, and I had snuggled up against her, and I don't know. Part of me was like, just like, I want. This is really nice, and then we kissed. Just like shortly at first, and then we just kind of kissed for the better part of like an hour, just kind of there on this bench in the woods together, and it was really nice. But you know, in my mind, you know what, like, you know how friends do, you know how friends kissing friends. Hi, I'm not a clueless lesbian. I don't know what you're talking about. She's so great. But yeah, no, it is like the next week she came back, and like the next week, a few days after she had left, and also like because she left directly for the airport, right from us kissing in the woods, which was really hard to see her go, because you know how your friend, when your gal pal leaves to go to back to San Francisco, and you're just, if you just kissed in the wood like you do your nice platonic gal pal, it's hard to say goodbye. And yeah, I miss her. But the next week we kept talking, we kept doing that. She sent me this beautiful bouquet of roses. She sent me a dozen purple roses, and they were just so beautiful and lovely, and every time I looked at them, like, she reminded me of her, and it made me smile, you know, like you do with your gal pals. And yeah, and then probably, I don't know, I think it was on the 30th, we were just kind of talking, and we were just, you know, like kind of hanging out in bed, like all snuggled up under the covers, talking like we do to say goodnight to one another, you know, as your gal pals do. And I was kind of like, yeah, I'm beginning to develop feelings for you. And because like for me it was all very academic, being like, you know what, I could see this being in a relationship. I could see me being very happy with you if I put the effort into it and all that. And the next night, the night of, it was technically the 1st in the morning, but the night of the 31st, we were on call, and all of a sudden, it was just like, it just hit me, and just being like, oh, I have it for you really bad, Miranda. Oh my goodness. Because it just kind of clicked, because it's like, I'm not normally this happy all the time, because just like all the time I'm around her, I can't stop smiling. Like my face ached every day we spent together, because I was just like grinning and smiling so much. And it's like, God, she had me just like laughing and giggling like an idiot all the time. And apparently something I didn't even notice, that like when you were just walking along, like I would just be like skipping along, and like I don't do that. I don't realize I do that. And just like, all these other signs that I was just completely oblivious to, about just how immensely happy she makes me when she's around me. And just that night it just all kind of fell into place, and it was just like, oh, she really likes me, and I really like her. Oh my goodness, what's gonna happen? And I told her, because we were on call when that revelation happened, and yeah, we talked about how we wanted to go forward, and she lamented that she could not ask me in person, but at the same time she didn't want to have to wait until the pandemic had kind of simmered down. It was safe to come back and see each other again. And so she was like, Lily, I'm going to ask you tomorrow for full disclosure. We're gonna hang out at some point. I had a thing that day. Yes, I had the Librarian Adil meeting that day, because it was a Wednesday. And she's like, afterwards, I want to just hang out and talk, and I might have to ask you a question. And dress to impress me. And actually this is what I wore when that happened. And it reminds me of that day every time I wear this outfit now, and it makes me so happy, because it's like, then after the Librarian Adil meeting, we called and we hung out and we just like talked and joked and had a great time. And later in the afternoon, she asked me to be her girlfriend, and of course I said yes. And I think I said yes like like probably at least a dozen times because I'm a dork. And I was so excited, so happy, and she's my girlfriend and she actually likes me and she really likes me and I really like her. Oh, she's so great and so amazing and I love her so much, and oh goodness. And the thing is, like, I've been smitten with her so long, and it's just like, oh, this past week that I've actually been her girlfriend. It's just been so wonderful, and gosh, oh, she's really great, and I love her. But it's just like we've been dating, kind of doing the things that couples do for so long, but I was just like so oblivious to all of it. And so it's one of those things where it's like, between the fact of us being lesbians, you know how lesbian relationships go, like a lesbian week is like a lesbian 3 months. But we've been dating, so it's like, I don't know, some aspects of it have like gone fast. But there's ones that are just like, oh, I miss her so much, but we're like kind of kept apart because of the pandemic, and no, I just can't wait to see her again. But yeah, no, it's really neat. Like we have so much in common, and she's so wonderful and cute and beautiful, and like every time I tell her that, she blushes and she hides her face, and it just makes her so adorable as her cheeks turn red. Oh, I just want her to really know it and know that how incredibly beautiful and wonderful she is, and how much I care for her, and I want the best for her, and I think the world of her, and I just want her to know that and understand it. But I won't say no to her being kind of embarrassed by it, because your blushing is incredibly cute. And no. Goodness. One thing she left me before she went off, because, you know, as gal pals do, she wanted me to have one of her brushes, and she has a matching one to think of her every night when I like take care of my hair and whatnot. And it's just like, it's so nice because it's like one of the only things I have of hers. We were also really dumb, and when the entire week we were here, we did not take any pictures of us both in the same picture, because we're good at this. Of course we were just gals being pals, so why would you need pictures of you and your gal pal? But it is something we regret. But no, she gave me this, and it's it's a very good brush. This is a fantastic brush, and I love it. But it's just something to remind me of her. Until I see her again, you're gonna get a lot of me just kind of some good lesbian longing. I miss my girlfriend. Oh. But yeah, no, we had so many plans together. I had like 3 full days planned that we had to cancel. One big east side adventure, one big west side adventure, and some other stuff going on, and none of it really came to fruition, but oh well. I just can't wait to get to see her again and show her around, do all this other stuff. I love her so much. Not to sound like a broken record or anything. Oh, it's taking all my energy to just contain my excitement. I have a girlfriend and she likes me, and oh my goodness. Oh. I worry that I'm annoying the people on my Discord because I'm just talking about it on my Twitter. But yeah, no. We have so many of these images, she's a giant nerd like me. She has good opinions about D&D and which editions are the best, because 3.5 is awesome. No, I play a lot of the same similar things, and a lot of similar interests, but also enough interests that we can explore each other and learn from each other. And I want to learn everything there is to know about her and spend so much time with her and know just everything. And I want to just make her so happy and wonderful, and I want to see her smile. And I'm not lovesick, you're lovesick. Oh, goodness. No, Miranda. Oh. Oh. But yeah, no, she's wonderful, and she's just kind of taken over my world, and I like her so much. I don't know what else to say. Goodness. I just wanted to make a little video just talking about all this and just how much I love her and how much I care about her, and just being like, I have a girlfriend. And don't worry, you're gonna still be receiving lots of thirsty content from me. Don't worry, I won't stop talking about how different, like, girls in magic, I want them to step on me, because you know what? Mood. And that's not going away. It's just, it'll be a bit of, oh, Lily's really longing, not for generic girl, but for a specific girl. Hopefully this pandemic won't be too long, because I really miss her. I would do anything to just be like, snuggle with her and spend some time with her. But distance just makes the heart grow fonder and all that. And I can't wait. Well, this has just been a little ramble about how lovesick I am and all that, and I hope I don't end up annoying you all too much, but no promises. I hope you all have a wonderful night. Hope everything's treating you well and you're all staying safe and healthy and all that. I hope you have wonderful dreams. And as always, may your story smile upon you.